Okay children, welcome to Elite Tutorials. We will be starting with the history chapter called as American Civil War. Now, as the word suggests, it's a civil war. The war within the country is called as a civil war, and because it's happening in America, so it's called as an American Civil War. If it happens in India, it will be called as Indian Civil War. Understand the meaning of it. Civil war is a war which happens within the country. For example, if there is a war between the north states of India and the south states of India, okay, so this war will be called as a civil war. Fortunately, that should never happen. Okay, so now the chapter is all about that's happened in America. Unfortunately, the previous chapter, that is the Age of Revolution, we have understood about American War of Independence and the French Revolution, how America, basically the 13 colonies of America, how did she get her independence from Britain. Now, after getting independence, the most unfortunate part is after becoming USA, this was the war that happened inside the USA. Okay, so imagine within USA, instead of being more of unity and more of fraternity happening, there is a war happening between the Northerners and the Southerners. Okay, again, you can keep your textbooks closed. Okay, all the points are written down on the textbook. You can then, on the board. Then after that you can open your textbooks and you can read and mark down whatever doubts that you have. Okay. Coming to the points, after the American War of Independence, that is after the USA was being formed, unfortunately there was a split that was happening between the Northerners and the Southerners. What I have written down out over here, this is all happening in the year 1776. Okay. Now the Northerners are even called by one more name called as abolition states. Abolition states, or they're even called as abolitionist. Why they are called that? Over the period of time, I will let you know. Southerners are called as slave states. Now, why it is called slave states, from the name itself you must have come to know, but we'll come to know as soon as we come down. Let's understand what are the northern states, what are the qualities of the northern states and what are the qualities of southern states. Basically, what kind of work is carrying on in the northern states and the southern states is what is the points. Northern states had a lot of industries, textile factories, manufacturing units. So basically you can say there is more of factory out over there, there are more of workers working in the factories, there is more of money factor out over there in the northern states. At the same time, if I am talking about southern states, it is a more of agriculture and plantation. The kind of crops grown out over there is cotton, sugarcane and tobacco. Now why there is a lot of agriculture and plantation? Because the first and the most important point is because the climate out over there is awesome. It's very good climate for the cash crops to be grown. Let me tell you, cotton, sugarcane, tobacco, spices, rubber are all called as cash crops. Those crops which can be sold in the market and you get ready cash then and there. So that is the beauty of the southern states. So can you imagine, both the part of USA are completely different from each other. One is more of labor intensive, the other one is more of farmer intensive. One is more of industries, the other one is more grounded, that means more of agriculture. Next is cotton, okay, that was being actually made in America, was mainly exported to which part of England? Lancashire. Now we all know England is an imperialistic country. Most of the raw materials are coming from Asia, from Africa, as well as from USA, that is your cotton, because you have a huge industry, that is cotton textile industry in England, which is absolutely prosperous. Whatever raw material needed is also coming from Asia and African continents as well as from USA. Okay, so that is what basically the Northerners were given. Fine. They were against the anti-slavery movement. So who is basically doing the slavery out over here? Right, it is the Southerners. Now why are the Southerners supporting slaves? The reason is because the people of Southerners are not ready to work in the farmland. So who's going to work? They have brought slaves all the way from Africa. And we all very well, unfortunately, know that Africa is such a poor country. People need work out over there. So, you have slaves being imported all the way from Africa and they are working in the southern states. Okay, they are working in the southern states, which the Northerners do not like it. They do not like it. They are completely against it. Okay. Now see, labor intensive, they have a very labor intensive work because working in agriculture and plantation, you don't have machines to work. You have people to work, and these people are coming in the form of slaves all the way from Africa. It is a very explosive problem, okay, because not every part of the world will expect or accept it, because there are many parts of the world who had given up slaves. Like for example, Britain was against it. Many European countries had given up slaves. And USA, one part of USA, still practicing slavery is a very big shame for the USA. So the Northerners were dead against what the Southerners were doing. But Southerners were absolutely cool, and they had decided that if they are going to have people working in their farmland, it is going to be none other than the slaves. Okay. Now see, why they brought the slaves is because they are cheap laborers, and cheap laborers means you pay them very less, you ill-treat them, don't give them food much needed, just 2 times a day, and whenever they are hungry, they keep drinking a lot of water. You don't have proper beds for them to sleep, okay? They are very lean, very weak, but you make them work day and night. And the Southerners don't mind doing that because they feel that their agriculture and plantation is working great because of these slaves. But the Northerners were dead against it. So can you see there is a friction happening between the Northerners and Southerners already? Okay, so imagine within the whole country, when one part of the country is for slaves and the other one is against, there is going to be a lot of friction and a civil war is inevitable. Okay. Coming to when all these things are happening, let me tell you, I have told you in the before chapters also, work of philosophers, someone or the other writes, someone or the other speaks, especially when I said that, a pen is mightier than the sword. When you write, people read, they react. And that is how you have one of a very important author in 1852, Harriet Beecher Stowe, who had written in his book called as Uncle Tom's Cabin, he had written the complete horror of slavery. And when the Northerners read this, it was basically their blood was boiling. Like they could not expect that this is happening in the USA. And they had decided we need to do something about it. We need to stop the Southerners from actually going so bad and going so ahead. Profound on Northerners, okay, it was a big thing on the Northerners, okay, it has hit their mind. They started an anti-slavery movement inside the country. Okay, they started with anti-slavery movement just to stand against the Southerners, and very important person who supported them was William Lloyd Garrison, who started the Anti-Slavery Society. Okay, it's an organization. So basically you need a leader who can actually support the Northerners, and they have decided we are going to teach the Southerners a lesson. We need to stop slavery. We need to show the Southerners that without slavery also work can be done. Okay, fine. Now, that was one reason. Second reason, the tiff that was happening between the Northerners and Southerners was on tariff. You know the meaning of tariff? Tariff is supposed to be the tax. It is supposed to be the tax. Now look at what is happening. Tariff was put on foreign goods. Who has put these tariff? Who has put this tax? The Northerners. They have put tax on the goods which is coming from foreign country. You know why they're putting this tax on the goods coming from foreign countries? So that people stop purchasing those foreign goods and they start purchasing the locally made goods. Now it's very important for us also to understand, we need to stop purchasing goods coming from China and start using goods which is locally made in India. इससे क्या होने वाला है? Indians will get that money, the economy of India will go strong. And that is what exactly the Northerners wanted to teach a lesson to the Southerners. But Southerners were dead against it. They did not want that the goods coming from outside should be stopped, because most of their agricultural things were coming from, that was beneficial for them was coming from out. They were importing. And if you are importing, then you have to pay tax. Southerners said, we will not pay tax. Northerners said, you will have to pay tax. So again, there is a friction happening between them. And they are saying, why should we pay the tax? It's coming into our country. So they said, exactly. Why are you importing from other country? Use locally made goods. So Southerners said, no, we don't want to use locally made goods. So Northerners said, then get ready to pay the tax. So can you understand? Again, the friction is happening between the Northerners and Southerners. Okay. The Southerners were against it because they imported goods. Okay, they were against this tariff because they knew that they're importing goods from outside. And importing goods from outside, you have to pay the tax. And they were not ready for that. Okay, taxes levied on goods of south and not on north. Okay, northern states were not getting so many goods from outside. Okay, but the Southerners were getting a lot of goods from outside. Can you imagine within USA they are acting so different? Basically, the Southerners are acting different. They feel that they are different from others. And they basically wanted to even, cede away. Cede away means they wanted to remove their 11 provinces away from the USA, and they said we will make our own country, we will make our own government. So sad that a big country like the USA, states could think like that way. It's a thought process which is really very bad and which needs to be changed. So this was one of the reasons because of which there was a friction happening among them, that is tariffs. Tariffs means taxes. Then the nation growing westward. The nation was growing westward with so many countries getting included inside, with so many states getting included inside. Now there were so many new states getting included inside the country that Southerners thought that newly entered states should all become slave states. Slave states means let us bring them under the Southerners and we will bring more slaves and we will make their agriculture and we will make more slaves work there. So that the Northerners get even more angry, they are more irritated, and basically this is like, you are irritating the Northerners and the Northerners are dead against it. So the country is getting expanded with more states coming inside, and Southerners want to acquire these new states and they want to make them like them. They want that the slaves should work in these newly acquired states, make it an agricultural states, okay? But the Northerners were again against it, okay? Next is Northerners wanted as one nation, but Southerners wanted to part away. Northerners को हमेशा ऐसा था कि we are one, the USA. We cannot think about the Northerners and the Southerners and the Southerners are going to part away. No, never. They always felt that we are as one nation, but Southerners never thought as one, and they always wanted to part away. Part away मतलब उनको अलग ही बनना था, उनको अपना ही खुद का स्टेट बनाना था. They wanted their own president, and the worst thing happened was when Abraham Lincoln became the president, things really went bad. Went bad in the sense the Southerners were not ready to accept him because Abraham Lincoln's thoughts were with the Northerners. He was dead against anti-slavery. He never wanted the Southerners to cede away. He never wanted any such kind of division happening. So what happens next? When Abraham Lincoln was elected the 16th president of USA, Southerners decided to part away with 11 provinces because they said we don't want to be under Abraham Lincoln. Our thoughts are not going to mingle with him. He's got a different thought process and we have a different thought process. And that's how Georgia, Mississippi, Florida, you name it, there are 11 provinces given in your textbooks which you can see. They all made a different province which is called as Confederate of States. Confederate of States, 11 provinces coming together. And who was made the president out over there? Jefferson Davis was made a separate president of the Southerners. So smart work they are doing. But they don't know that this smart work is not going to happen for a very long period of time because a war will happen very soon. Abraham Lincoln is not a kind of a person who will just say that do what you want and go away. It's not right. Even if this thing happens in our country, we will not want any part of our country getting separated from India. We are one. Every part of our country is one. Our government will never allow this to happen. And that is what exactly Abraham Lincoln also did. He never allowed this to happen. So it was called the Confederate State, and the president was none other than Jefferson Davis, okay, the president. Who is Abraham Lincoln? Of course, we all know he was the 16th president of the USA. He is a person who put the foundation of democracy. Democracy means all people are treated equal. All people are treated equal. Unfortunately, he was a man who decided we are going for a war, and it happened in 1861. Where are the places that he decided to block the Southerners? Where are the places that he decided to block the Southerners? The first attack he did was on the Fort Sumter, okay, where the Southerners opened fire and bombarded on the people out over there. Northerners did not sit back. Abraham Lincoln sent the army and taught a lesson to the Southerners. They had to pull back their army. So if you go and attack without any reason, the Southerners were attacking different places. Northerners were ready with the army to teach them a lesson. And the Southerners had to retreat back. They had to come back. Next one, what he did was he did a blockade. You know the meaning of blockade? To block. Abraham Lincoln ordered the Union Navy. Union Navy means the USA's Navy. Okay, the Navy. To close the ports of the Southern Confederacy. Southern Confederacy जो अलग हो गया था, उनका पूरा ports को बंद करने के लिए बोल दिया था, ताकि उन लोगों को कोई भी trading allow नहीं करे. And can you imagine they were just like hand cuff लगा दिए, बंदी बन गए थे. And वहाँ से they understood that you cannot play a game with Northerners. They are quite strong enough. Imagine where the huge USA and where only 11 provinces. Okay. Of course, the war took place Civil War took place in 1861. After that, you had the Emancipation of Proclamation that was brought out in 1862. What was the end result of the Civil War? Quite natural. The Southerners had to bow down. They had to retreat back. They knew it is not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Slavery came to an end for the first and the last time, you can say something very nice, abolished forever. Okay? That is called as an emancipation of proclamation. Emancipation का मतलब ही होता है freedom. And he proclaimed how every human being has got equality, liberty and fraternity. Okay, he proclaimed, all of us are born free, we can live the life that you want. So you cannot make somebody as a slave in your country. If you are proclaiming emancipation, you cannot keep group of people as slaves in your country. You need to even take them out, send them back. And it was so unfortunate that the slaves were actually free at the end of the day. Such a good news. What was the Gettysburg event? Okay, the Confederate States was led by Robert Lee, okay, for the war, where they found the Union Army. They founded the Union Army. There were 40,000 people that was killed in this war, unfortunately, which was a turning point. The war went on for how many years? 4 years. And of course, in the end, you have the Southerners who submitted in 1865. So you can basically say 1861, the Civil War started. 1865, it ended. You know, I always say the wars of America, France, everything gets over in one chapter. Unfortunately, India's independence take one whole textbook, fine? The Northerners won, unity of USA was preserved. It is so important to understand these last sentences because the world looks up at USA as a superpower country, and it is indeed. So when you have such kind of wars happening in their country, it needs to be removed as soon as possible. If there is some kind of a dirt happening out over there, that needs to be cleaned very quickly. That cannot be allowed to stay there because it will only grow over a period of time. And that was slavery that was getting practiced in the Southerners. The Southerners needed to understand the importance that what is USA all about. And the Northerners are not their enemy. What the Southerners were doing was something very wrong because they were practicing slavery. They were supporting slavery. And the world cannot look upon USA as a country who is supporting slavery. So that is the reason why the Civil War basically took place. So there is a lot of, you know, ups and downs between the Northerners and Southerners. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, बच्चा कितना भी like, you know, कितना भी वो ज़िद्दी हो जाता है, they have to understand that parents are much more educated, so whatever they do for the betterment of the child. So यहाँ पे Southerners are like a child, trying to be very, very cranky and trying to be stubborn. Northerners took its time to make them understand and won over all those 11 provinces. And in the end of the day, the USA was the USA and preserved its unity. Okay? So see, the chapter is really very small, very interesting. Just you need to understand the causes and how the things happened. That is what is it. All your, the page is just 1.5 page chapter it is. Okay, so read it and any doubts we shall surely clear it. Till then, take care, bye, stay safe.